Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for an authentic Balinese experience? Please welcome the snakes of Bali. I'm like, the what? I'm like, oh, he said snakes. The snakes of Bali. And I look, and there's snakes. There's a group of men gathering snakes to bring out to us. And so I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't, no. No, because you see, as a black person, culturally, I'm trying to not die. So I take all my stuff, I start packing it. And the French guy turns to me and he's like, my friend, where are you going? The shoe is starting. I said, yeah, no, the guy said the snake's coming, so I'm gonna move. He's like, such a big man, but you're afraid of a snake? I said, yeah, with a big brain. That's why I'm afraid. It's a snake. Instead of just letting it go, this guy turns, he's like, I cannot believe it, a big man like this. Hey, Jean-Pierre. He turns to his son, he's like, Jean-Pierre, monsieur le droit de l'Chili, le serpent, parce que du Chili, le pardon du Chili. And this kid's like, ha ha ha, snake. And he's like, oui, snake. Are you afraid? Snake. The final performer comes out. He got right up close to the snake. And then he would make this sound, like a kissing sound. And as he made the sound, the snake would try to bite him, and then he'd move out of the way. I've never seen anything like it. So he leaned in, and he's like, come on, snake. Too slow, Snakey. Try again. No love for you, my friend. And then, to take it to the next level, he closes his eyes. And I guess at this point, the snake was probably like, oh, I think I figured this out. This dude's gonna make the sound, and then he's gonna move. But if I bite before the sound, I can change everyone's lives. Because that's exactly what the snake does. Now, that should be the end of the story. That should be the craziest part of the story. No, this is the middle. This guy jumps back and then acts like he didn't just get bitten by a snake. Don't worry, we're fine, don't worry. Don't worry, everybody, we're fine. Relax, we're fine. But we weren't fine. You know how we know this? Because his face started melting on the one side. And he goes back to do his kiss trick again, but he can't even stand. And then he looks at the snake looks at him, and he's like, okay, show is done. Good night, everybody, goodbye. I have questions in my head. I'm like, is he gonna be okay? Do we get our money back? How does this work? And then we turn back, and we realize he's forgotten his snake. And you know what the worst thing was? Is it seemed like the snake realized the same thing at the same time. So we're all staring at the snake is staring at us. And then one genius decided now would be the perfect time to get an Instagram picture. All I heard was click. And then it was chaos. Pandemonium ensued. Now don't forget, I was at the back, so I just jumped off. I was like, haha, being black saved me! The French guy was my favorite because he jumps up and he's like, Sacre bleu! Allez, Jean-Pierre, allez! And he's pushing the people and he's running. He's like, allez, Jean-Pierre! And when he turns, his son hasn't moved. Papa! Jean-Pierre! Papa! And another snake charmer comes running out, grabs the snake, puts it in the sack, and finally, danger's averted. Everybody's safe. Little Jean-Pierre's there with his dad. I'm standing on the side watching all of this. And they turned and looked at me, and I looked at them. And in that moment, I realized we're all human beings. We'll experience the same thing. We went through the same trauma. No matter what happened to us before, we're all human beings. Because they looked at me, and I could see in their eyes what they'd just experienced, what I'd experienced. And in that pause, I bent down, I got real close to them, and I was like, snake! Actually, I had the pleasure of meeting President Obama while he was still in office. Probably one of the craziest experiences I've ever had in my life. We went to DC with my TV crew. And all we're doing now is waiting for the president to arrive. So we're staring at the door with bated breath. And the reason we're staring is because they don't give you an exact time of the president's arrival for his safety. And then he just popped in behind us. Because there's a secret door, but they don't tell you, again, for safety, right? So we're staring at that door, and all of a sudden he was like, hello. Ah! And he just chilled for a bit, and we spoke as human beings. And he said, Trevor, I got a show that I'm doing in a few weeks for my AIDS, and I thought maybe you'd want to be there. I said, I would love to. Thank you. I'm sorry, a show for what? He said, for my AIDS, Trevor. You have AIDS? And I wanted the earth to swallow me whole. So I'm so sorry, Mr. President, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said I'm probably the dumbest person you've ever met, Mr. President. He's like, no, Trevor, calm. I said, I'm the dumbest person you've ever met. He's like, no, Trevor. That's not true. I've met Trump. Get out of here! So smooth.